I just want it to stop. It's been a complete nightmare.
A nightmare in the Glen Meadows community of Marietta.
Get this off of my property.
He's on the property line with y'all both share, which is totally legal.
A homeowner says her house is haunted by the HOA.
They're saying you changed the footprint of your flower beds and you did not submit an ACC request for it. The violation is not submitting an ACC request.
So we went digging for the skeletons beneath the mulch.
Would you like to do an interview with us?
No, not without my attorney.
The HOA's attorney telling this homeowner,
Be governed accordingly.
The thing is, if something changes, nobody in this neighborhood escapes having to put in the form.
This is Kobe.
Danielle Reyes moved to Georgia from California in July 2024.
I worked very hard to become a homeowner.
She had no idea replacing pine straw with mulch would be a grave mistake.
It's unbelievable that I'm being fined for mulch.
With a daily fine of $25, her current HOA bill is more than $4,000, now with a lien on her home. Danielle believes it all started in a dispute over her cutting limbs from her neighbor's tree leaning over her roof. Her neighbor is the HOA board treasurer.
Little did I realize that the consequences appear to be the retaliatory violations that I've received.
When Danielle replaced the pine straw in April, Ring camera video shows her neighbor outside upset as the HOA vice president instructs her how to properly place the mulch. You can see the treasurer here in Danielle's cell phone video sweeping away remnants of mulch on her side of the brick. Within weeks, Danielle received an HOA violation letter referencing community covenant rules. No exterior construction, addition, or alteration shall be made without written approval from the Architectural Committee, which we'll refer to as the ACC. The fine said she'd been notified twice before and would be charged $25 a day, which she says made no sense. According to the ACC standards, a landscaping plan isn't required to plant existing flower beds with pine straw, bark, or mulch. Other material requires ACC approval.
See here.
Danielle reached out to the management company, Tolly Community Management, and the HOA board, recording this phone call with the vice president in June, where he references the treasurer took action without consulting the board.
There's nowhere where, Janine's actions that she did in the name of the board was going to stand, because I wasn't asking the questions. There was so much stuff done improperly by so many people. So I said, hey, you know what? This all needs to be thrown out.
They threw out those fines, but said a corrected violation for changing her flower bed would be coming.
You don't come on my property and just start doing shit.
It came 1 week after Danielle hired a surveyor to stake her property lines.
So this is on my side of the property line. You didn't get permission for that.
Her neighbor said it was trespassing and called police.
Hold on. I'm sorry. No. I'm going to tell you. It's kind of no debate.
Officers told her the surveyor was within his legal duties.
Please go back inside while they're doing it.
When we tried to get her side of the story,
Are you kidding me?
she wasn't thrilled to meet us.
I'm being harassed now. Further?
We spoke with another homeowner who says she placed mulch in front of her home without approval and never received a violation.
It's a blatant selective enforcement.
Several neighbors agree, telling us they think the HOA selectively enforces rules, something HOA attorneys say is illegal in Georgia. But there's no agency that holds HOAs accountable.
Unfortunately, they have the power of a little government, and there's not much you can do.
This government eyeing a much bigger role, as we found the HOA president is currently running for U.S. Congress in Chicago, Illinois.
Today, I officially announced my candidacy.
This video posted to YouTube the same week of the police incident and Danielle's new violation.
Become the next United States Congressman from the 2nd District.
There's no higher body in the government to go to and say, hey, by the way, my HOA isn't acting properly. Unless you're going to bring them into court and spend the money to do that and risk paying their attorney's fees on top of it, it can be really tough.
This HOA's attorney, Frank Olson, already charged Danielle almost $700 for one cease and desist letter he sent in September.
Cease further contact with any board member or property manager regarding these matters. Anything else will inure to your immediate and severe financial detriment. Be governed accordingly.
The letter also stating if you do not like the fact that your neighbor sits on the board and has a voice in what happens with your property, perhaps you should have considered that before. The HOA's attorney, management company, and board members did not immediately respond to Atlanta News First Investigates.
I just need this to stop. I really just want to live in peace. There's no reason why I should be threatened with liens over mulch.
Now, another concern here, Danielle says she was elected the HOA secretary last year, but in a phone call that she recorded with the community manager, he told her that her neighbor, the treasurer, told him she forfeited the position. Danielle says that's not true. She's now hired her own attorney to fight the fines. I'm Anastasia Olmos reporting here in Marietta. Atlanta News First Investigates.